sequence. This tells us our prerequisites and tells you what other classes are available. I'm going to go over a quick presentation on some of the classes we teach. Intro to CommTech. This is a beginning class. We do a lot of different projects. It's about 1 week. Every week you do something different. And then the end is a culminating event where you have a web page and you bring all your projects together into this web page. So that's the first class. It's a prerequisite for web page design and digital photography. Austin. Yes?
Question.
I have a question. Yes.
How come on this one?
Digital photography is the next one. This is what one of my students have done. They took a picture in front of a green screen and added themselves to this picture. And so it looks like she really is in that picture. So that is a class after CommTech. Once you take that, you can come into digital photography. Electronics is a class that's offered by itself. We do a little line following robot. You actually solder it. You learn about resistors and circuits and all that. You solder this little guy together, and if you do it right, it's supposed to follow a line on the floor. Whatever line it is, it should follow. Whether it's a circle or a figure 8, what it's looking at is the difference between light and dark, and it follows that. It has sensors on it, and it follows the line. Next class is small engines. You learn about how small engines work. We have an engine for you and a partner to come in and take apart. You take it apart, you learn about all the insides of it, you put it back together, and hopefully it runs at the end. Then when you're done with that, then you bring your own engines in, and you take those apart, clean them up, and then reassemble those as well. Intro to Industrial Tech. This is a prerequisite for your woods and metals classes. Here we do a little sheet metal, we do a little bit of woodworking, so you get to spend time in both labs. A little bit of welding. Then you have the woods class. After you take your Intro to Industrial Tech, you can take a woods class, and this is one of the cabinets they make in the general woods class. It's a little 2-drawer nightstand. You take it all the way from a board, cut it down, and make it into a little nightstand. You don't start with a tree, you start with a board. They already have that cut for you. Building construction. This is a semester-long class. They have different projects they do. This year they made a picnic shelter that's over by Hillcrest. And here's some pictures of them working on that. Materials and processes. That is the second class you can take. They've made some jewelry in there. We do a little bit of CAD work where you are looking at prints and making, this was a little hammer that was made on the lathe, something like that. So you're making the hammer handle and you're making the hammer head on it on the lathe, and you're doing the polishing and the finishing work on that to make it final. And then welding, there's a welding class, and some of the projects they did in that is a carrier to haul a 4-wheeler, and I'm not sure what that one is.
Engine stand.
Engine stand, thank you. I knew that. Some of the projects lead the way classes. There's a bunch of different colleges available that kind of partner with us. Those are our capstone classes that allow you to take college credit. So if you take the class and get a B or better and take the final exam, you get and pass that with a 70%, you get 3 undergrad credits. So we have at this point 3 different classes that are going to be offered. Next year we're offering the 4th. So if you were to go in, if you're at all interested in engineering, you could go into that track and come out with 12 undergrad credits for the price of a transcript. They have a transcript fee of $75 at Milwaukee School of Engineering. So this is IED, it's mostly CAD, it's 2D and 3D modeling. We're hoping to be able to get a 3D printer so you can actually print this. This is one of the first projects they do as a puzzle cube. They do it in CAD and then you actually assemble it. The second one is Principles of Engineering, POE, and that's where they do a lot of physics, a lot of hands-on. They're going to be working, this is the old robotics. We just got a new set of robotics this year, and it's called VEX. So it's a lot of working with robots and seeing how they work. These are some of the VEX kits that they do, some of the robots they do with that. Digital electronics is we work with circuit boards and schematics, and you build different things, and we have programmable logic controllers that we are able to program and to display different things. Engineering, design, development, that's going to be our capstone class. We are going to have you come up with a project that you design, you figure out a problem, and you have a project that you design. And what this student did is, sometimes when people are in the ambulance, they ended up vomiting. So they made a bed. These kids came up with a bed that actually tilts. So if somebody is going to throw up, then they can do it on the floor so they're not gagging on it. This is what was actually done in a high school setting. And I think what they did is they were able to take that into the next step where they got a patent on it, and they were able to sell that patent off so they can actually be used. That is a possibility. You have to take two of the three classes before you can get into the EDV class. Web page design. So if any of this interests you, you can talk to parents about it. You can talk to either Mr. Brillwright, we both teach them. Guidance counselors know about that. And also that's not mentioned is our web page design class. That would be another one you take after contact, and you learn how to do HTML, actually code to make web pages, and then you learn Dreamweaver. And that's an editing software that allows you to make web pages.